This is not over when it comes to TYGO, my friends. This is not over. You heard that right. In fact, I do anticipate a massive recovery in this ticker. However, to what levels? That's exactly what we're going to be answering in today's video. Today's video is going to have three main segments: the why, the what, the where. The why, we're going to be doing a catalyst breakdown. The what, we're going to be doing a stock analysis. The where, I'm going to be telling you guys where to get in, where to get out. So without further ado, hit the thumbs up button, and now let's get into it, because this is going to be a relatively bullish video on TYGO. So if you already have a position in TYGO, a lot more people will see this video and a lot more people will buy it, which will lead to the stock going up. Okay, let's get into it. So as always, we want to talk about the why first. Why do we want to talk about the why first? We want to talk about the why because we want to analyze, hey, listen, this is a ticker which ran from freaking, $1.20 to $2.17. Why did it do so, right? Did it run based off of news, or was it just hype? Like, what was really happening over here that caused the stock to go crazy the way it's running? So first things first, the company did receive a $6 per share boost, right? Price target from HC Rainwright. Not that these guys, their freaking price targets matter at all, right? But let's go ahead, and this comes based off of their earnings call, which died yesterday. So they did have very, very positive earnings, which catapulted the stock up. Then they also, on top of that, had a analyst price boost from, again, $3 to $6 per share, right? They raised their price target. So for me, that's almost a double catalyst. You know what I'm saying? And I think that right now, the stock we're sitting on right now, it is extremely oversold. So let's go over here and let's do the ranking of the news. So the news is actually going to be pretty good because they had good earnings alongside a analyst price target raise. Okay. So with that said, that's going to be good. Now, the next thing which we want to talk about is going to be the stock, right? The company has a market cap of 91 million, sub 100 mil. That's extremely volatile. We love that. That's good. Now, the thing about volatility is that it's a double-edged sword, my friends, right? Just as fast as we get these massive green spikes, just as fast we get deadly reds, right? So that's why you got to understand that, having volatility on your side is not always a good thing, right? It can really actually go really south really fast. But there's that. Now, the next thing which we're going to do is look at the company's cash holdings. So when it comes to cash, Tygo actually has very good cash. The company has approximately 110 months of cash left on hand, based off of the fact that they have $19.6 million in the bank. And right now they're burning $530,000 every 3 months, okay? So with that said, having 110 months of cash, dilution really should be out of the picture unless, they are predatory when it comes to diluting, which luckily this isn't a company that is predatory. So we're going to go over here. I want to put that as good as well. Their finances. Now, what I mean they're not predatory when it comes to dilution, well, historically they haven't diluted much, and their overhead supply right now is also not that big either. With that said, the odds of dilution are actually relatively low, which is good. Okay, now the next thing which we're going to look at is going to be institutional ownership, sitting at 14%. I mean, 14%, that's okay. Okay, that's okay. It's not really the best, but it's okay, right? And then let's go over here and let's look at what the short interest looks like. So we go Tygo. We'll go shorts. So the short is up 46% the past day, which isn't a good sign. It's not a good sign at all. In fact, it's actually relatively bearish, because when shorts add to their position, that means that they believe that the stock is actually overextended and it's going to come back down, okay? But overall, when it comes to this ticker, I do think that at these levels right now, can it come all the way down to $1-ish? Yes, it can. But I could easily see it going ahead and testing $1.50 levels, where, right now it's sitting at $1. If you look over here, and after I was sitting at $1.32, which is over it's a 20% move, right, from where the stock is sitting at right now. So for me, guys, a 20% move is a pretty solid move. I know a lot of you guys, you don't really think that 20% is enough, and you look at me crazy when I say 20% move is good. But I'll tell you guys a little bit about my own trading journey. The number one thing that's turned me profitable has been understanding that it's a lot easier to get easy gains, smaller gains, than big gains. It's a lot easier to get 10 different stocks to give me 10% each than one stock to give me 100%. And that's honest. I mean, look, you can say whatever you want, but when you go over here and when you take a look at my win-loss percentage, I mean, it's clearly worked for me, right? It's clearly worked for me, and it's honestly changed my whole trading life. It really has, right? Which has led to me changing my life, okay? So with that said, right, I think that locking in your profits and walking away is so underrated. And I think that so many people are looking for these big gains, and they're looking at these screenshots of, oh, this person made 100,000, that person made 500,000, right? Over and over again. And they're not really thinking that, listen, what you got to understand is, small gains add up, right? Small gains really do add up, right? And I think that compound interest, man. I mean, compound interest, I think it was, who was it that said this? I think it was Warren Buffett that said compound interest is the 8th world wonder, right? Like, when you think about 10% on 10% on 10% on 10% on 10% on 10%, it's amazing. It is amazing. And how much easier is it to get a stock to give you 10% gains than a stock than 10? How much easier to get 10 different stocks to give you 10% each than one stock to go on 100x or 100%, rally and double, right? A lot harder. What happens when you aim for that is that you ride the roller coaster all the way up and you ride it all the way down, okay? So for me, guys, when it comes to Tygo, I am bullish from these levels. Now, I would say that leave it some space, let it maybe come down to 120, 110-ish, and then maybe add also there, but I do see it potentially testing 150 again in the upcoming days. With that said, listen, if you guys want to trade alongside me every single day, our good news for you guys right now, Topshot Academy, not only does it come with a 7-day free trial and a 30 days money back guarantee, but right now we are having a 50% sale. A 50% sale limited to the next 10 members that join. That's right, I added 10 more spots to the 50% sale. So right now, the next 10 people that join, 50% discounts. We already have 400 members coming back month after month after month. Why are they coming back month after month after month? Because they're making money. You're making money. That's right. It's really that simple. Okay. We have day trade alerts, swing alerts, option alerts, lessons, one-on-one access. You name it, we got it. I'm telling you, man. Try the 7-day free trial. See if you make money. If you make money, come back for more. If you don't make money, pack your bags and leave. It's really that simple. My man, Tempo trader brought in $52, $400 for Joey. Some solid gains, overall like $150 some for Philip over here. XPP, my man, brought in a couple $1,000. Alex, yesterday 4K over here for D favor. We've been killing it, man. We've been killing it day in day out, and I think that again, what I would do is I would just give it a shot. Okay, I will try the 7-day free trial. If I make money, I'll come back. If I don't make money, I'll leave. That's it. What do you got to lose? Nothing. 7-day free trial, 30 days money back guarantee. Anyways, I look forward to meeting you guys in Topshot Academy. Thank you for watching. Happy listening trading. Your boy Sam.